Design Basics. I thought I'd show you a cute little card today using the Wellness Wishes stamp set with this cute little dog. I think he's just adorable. So let's get started. Have some paper, some Whisper White. This is a, cut this out with my circle number 2 die, and it's 2.5 inches around. I have some paper, which I thought would be fun to use for this. It's Holiday Lounge. You probably know this is Christmas paper, but don't let that limit you from using it. I thought it was a fun, geometric, kind of funky background to use. I have another piece of Whisper White, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to mount these two together. You've probably seen me do this before. Oops. If I'm going to use a piece of designer paper and I'm concerned about it bending or buckling on me, then I'll usually mount it on another piece of cardstock. And in this case, I'm going to mount it on a piece of Whisper White. You won't see it. You can do that even before you cut it out. Just mount the two and then cut them at the same time, and you know they'll be the exact same size. So now that we have that, I'm going to set that aside. I do have another strip of ruby red. That's the colors that are in this paper. We have Sahara Sand and ruby red. That's why I'm letting dictate my colors. This is 3/4 of an inch wide by, looks like it's, I think 4 3/4. Yes, 4 3/4 inches long. And then for my card base, I'm going to use a piece of Sahara Sand. This is called Direct to Paper. Yeah, just want to kind of distress the edges a little bit with some ink. There we go. Thought this kind of went with the fact that we have a dog. And as we all know, dogs are not the cleanest creatures in the world. So there's our background. Now let's do a little bit of layering. I'm going to take some dimensionals, put those on the back of my designer paper piece, just like that. And I'm going to take this piece of ruby red, and I'm going to run some adhesive just across the center. I don't want it on the ends because it's going to overhang. And I'm going to attempt to get this in the center as much as possible anyway. I'm going to let my grid paper help me. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blocks. So 1, 2 and a half, 1, 2 and a half. And then I need to come down this way a smidge so I have the same distance from this line to that line. Alright, that's pretty close. It helps me get it straight as well. So what I thought we'd do is we put some of these 5/16 inch neutral brads. I'm going to use the white ones. And the reason I'm going to use the white is because I'm going to use this white circle. But as I'm thinking about it, the silver ones might also be very cute. Ooh, I do like the silver. I like the white too, but I think I'm going to go with the silver this time. Another one out. Okay, so since this is stuck together, it'll be easy for me to go in and punch a hole. If you wanted, you could mark this with a pencil just so you know where you're going. I want these to be in. As my guide, I'm going to use this edge is where I'm going to put the edge of my punch. That way I know I'll do it the same place on the other side. Just make sure I have it equal distances on either side of this little bar as well. And then go in to where this comes together. And then I'll do it on the same way on this side. Just line that up. And then they'll be in the same place on either end. Okay, like that. Isn't that fun? We have our card base and we have our accents. I'm just going to center this. I'm happy with that. And now let's create our focal point. To create our focal point, I'm going to take the little Heard You're Sick as a Dog stamp. I think he's just as cute as he can be. And I'm going to ink this up with some black stays on. There he is. He's so fun. Alright, now to color this, I'm going to stick with my same colors. I'm going to stick with my Sahara Sand. I'm going to use my blender pens. So I'm going to ink up my pad by squeezing those together to pick up ink. decorate my palette. And then ruby red. Those are the colors, remember, that are in our paper. Now, I already know that I want his collar to be red. And I wanted the thermometer to start out red. And go up a little bit, but not all the way. And then I thought that the pillows should be red. And then I'm going to go into my Sahara Sand color. Pick up some ink. See how dark that is. I'm going to color his eye. The area around his eye, I guess, his spot. And really, I'm going to color his little tag. Same color. And I kind of was thinking that I would just leave him. Maybe I'll do his feet. It's hard to add spots to a dog if there's not any black lines already there, so. Put him a little bit of color on his body. Let's make his ears have some color. Then I'll draw that color up into his face. Cute. Too fun. Okay, so that's it for coloring. Except for, I think I've showed you guys this before, one of my very favorite things to do if I have an outline stamp, just to make it stand out a little bit more, is to take a Blush Blossom marker. This is the old style marker. If you have the new style marker, the Blush Blossom ink is darker. I don't know why they came out darker, but they did. So the old style of the Blush Blossom works great. If you don't have the old style, then use your stamp pad and your blender pen to do this technique like we just did when we colored. But I'm going to use the marker because it's just quick and easy and I know it'll work. I'm going to go around the outside edge. Don't go back and forth over it. Just make one quick pass around him and everything that he's on. So, like the pillow and on, I say on, I meant that's sticking out from him. Okay? So there we go. And what that does, it's probably hard to tell in the video, so look at the picture later. That makes him pop off the page a little bit more, off the cardstock. Oh, he's too cute. Now, you can see I stamped him before and my herd moved on me. A piece of paper there, that one came off. So let's put some dimensionals on here. One's off already. And then we're just going to add him to the center of our card. And what I want to do is I want to make sure that my words are straight and that I have about the same distance from the top and the bottom and on either side. Is he not too cute? Now the only thing left that I want to do is I want to add some, if I've got too much, some crystal effects. If you want, you can take a needle to, if you need to unclog your crystal effects, it works great, but also if you want to spread it around, that works well. It works great for that also. So just draw it up onto the thermometer, just like that. Alrighty, so that's it. Oh, I think he's adorable. I really like it. If you wanted to add a little more of this grungy effect, you might could do a bit to the outside of this circle. I don't know if I would or not. It might start to look really dirty, too dirty, and might detract from him more than you want it to. So I think I might just leave him like he is. Alright, there he is. I hope you enjoy, and I'll see you next time for more Design Basics.